All right, guys, we are back with Bass Cast Radio with my co-host, Hank the Bass Geek. What is happening, brother? How are you doing tonight, man?
Man, doing good. Excited about our guest tonight. As always, a big name on
Yes,
the
we do. Yes,
Basscast.
we do. I ain't gonna lie, guys. We just got him on. He is down in Florida right now, and he is getting ready for the beginning of the 2022 season on the Bassmaster lease season, by the way, on the St. Johns River. You guys have been hearing me talk about it for the last couple of days, our fantasy fishing. And we're going to have him on here in 1 minute. He's going to give us an update on how his practice has been going, his thoughts on the event. But first, got to do this really quick. Guys, Third Eye Fishing. Hey, guys, have you heard about Third Eye Fishing? One of the hottest new companies in bass fishing today. Since debuting their first product in April of last year, guys, Third Eye Fishing has released several innovative baits, including a finesse crawl designed specifically for the Netco rig, a swim bait with a one-of-a-kind swordtail, and many more. All Third Eye baits are custom designed and made right here in the U.S. of A. Check them out on all social media. Third Eye Fishing at Third Eye Fishing, guys, and thirdeyefishing.com. Thank you, Bass Geek, for hooking me up these fine people right here. And
I'm
make
a
sure
big fan.
There you go. And make sure you use the code BassCast15. BassCast15 for 15% off your first purchase. Try Third Eye baits, and you will see the difference. Guys, like he said, we got a big Bassmaster Elite Angler right here. Let you guys know really quick. I picked him. Fantasy Fishing Group B. I had to look back at it. 4 groups, 5 groups, whatever it is. But yes, we got Mr. John Cruz on with us. Let's get him on with us really quick here for you guys. All right. We got Mr. John Cruz with us. Brother, thanks for coming on and talking with us really quick tonight.
Yo, bro, let's do this.
All right, man, let's talk about this St. Johns River. It's going to be a different St. Johns River than it has been in the past. We've all looked at the weather forecast. It's going to be a roller coaster for the next couple of days, man. How's it been for you so far, practice-wise?
It also has been a roller coaster, sir. The first day was terrible. The second day of practice was decent. Had some good promise, and then when I thought it was on to something, the third day not near as good. So caught plenty of fish though, so that was a good thing, but just no size. And I think that's going to be the telltale sign what you're going to see from guys. Either they're going to be struggling to get bit, or they're going to be looking like they're dead dialed into them, which means they may not catch squat the next day. And then there's going to be guys that catch a decent number of fish, but they're catching a lot of smaller ones, and they're going to have to, kind of weed their way up to having a respectable bag, or maybe hopefully get one of those giants, which this place is known for.
Now, we've seen you in the past couple of years, and we up in the canals, the little smaller little parts of the river, and this year, I've been reading a lot of Bassmaster, and they're talking about there's no fish. I mean, there's no bedding fish like there has been in the past. What have you been seeing?
Yeah, no, there's definitely. I saw a couple pair on a bed up in a spring area, but that's not going to be anything to go back on. A lot of those fish up there, they just spawn whenever they want to, because the water's always warm and it's super clear. But those fish they're super spooky. You're not unless you're getting a big wave to move up. That's not anything to go to. So there are no big waves moving up this week, and I don't expect to see very many fish caught off beds throughout the next 4 days at least on the St. Johns River. It's fishing a little off. It's like one of those times in between in between spawns. They really spawn starting in December all the way through May here. It's a unique kind of a fishery in that they have a really long drawn out spawn process. And if the conditions are not, like they want on a warming trend, all that kind of stuff, they just wait and they don't go.
Yeah. So do you think that you're going to find, groupings, those big females? Do you think that's kind of what, in staging areas, or do you think they're already kind of spread out waiting to pull up in certain areas?
The St. Johns doesn't set up like a lake to where you can move outside of the spawning areas and hopefully find one of those areas where they're just kind of wadded up or getting ready to move in. It doesn't set up quite like that. And some of the places where they spawn, man, I swear to God, they just show up out of thin air, and I have no clue where they come from. But that's kind of what it seems like. But honestly, I think that they, in the matter of, like, when the water temperature gets right, in the matter of a couple hours, they'll move half a mile or a mile to go from the areas where they want to be in the wintertime to the areas where they spawn. And I think they'll travel longer distances, and that's why it seems like that they just, I fished all within a couple hundred yards of here, and I couldn't get a bite, and then all of a sudden, boom, they just show up right over here, and I think that's what happens. They travel longer distances on the river to find the conditions they want.
Yeah,
makes it harder to fish at times.
That is true, and we've looked at St. Johns River in the past, and it's been said that one whole mile stretch, you could have a limit every single day or smaller. Are you having to do more running this year than you've had to do in the past? Or are you concentrating on just a couple different spots?
This year, I'm going to run a Rodman and do most of my fishing in Rodman. I haven't fished in Rodman since like 2002 or something when we were here and for an open. Back an eternity ago, but it was I think that was the last time I fished a tournament in Rodman. I've only been on Rodman one other day, one day of practice last year. I went up there and messed around, and I actually left at like 3 o'clock because I didn't like it, and fished on the river for a couple hours. But that I'm fishing on Rodman. I just think the conditions were setting up. I did not foresee any spawning activity. I tried to find one of those mega glory staging areas in the first day of practice, and I could not find it. I had two little keepers that I just caught late in the day on some other old garbage, but that big mega wide grouped up, I couldn't find it. So ended up just kind of moving my deal to Rodman. That's kind of where I put my eggs in a basket, and I feel okay about it. I think there'll be a fair amount of traffic up there. I don't think like the whole field's going to be up there or anything, because there are some fish biting on the river from what I hear. You just have to get in the right areas and hopefully be there on the right tide, and you can get some bites.
Yeah, that tide thing, so, I was, like I said, I've been doing a lot of research on it this year. Got a lot of new anglers that have never fished the St. Johns River. And, some aren't really used to that tide.
Yeah, some areas, like if you go to Rodman, there is no tide, or if you run to Lake George or below George, to Astor or to Woodruff or Dexter or one of those lakes way down, you wouldn't know that the fishery was tidal at all. You would think it was just a Florida lake.
Right.
But once you get around George, you can see a little bit of a tidal swing. It's a few inches. But then as the closer you get to Palatka, and then the further you go past Palatka towards Jacksonville, the more you can really tell it's a tidal fishery.
All right. So let's talk about techniques. A lot. I've been hearing spinner bait. And go ahead.
We've had 3 days of rain in practice. I would imagine the spinnerbait have gotten quite the workout for a number of guys, but we're not gonna have conditions that are be real conducive for it. But you got real dark water, black water. I mean, no matter what, they're gonna potentially bite a spinnerbait here at St. Johns.
So what do you think? How much do you think the forward-facing sonar? How much do you think that's actually gonna play, especially in the area where you're at?
The guys going to Rodman are going to probably play with it for sure. The guys fishing the river, I mean, it's become part of my arsenal no matter where I'm fishing or how I'm fishing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, staying efficient on looking for cover that's not visibly obvious to the naked eye. You can scan around and be like, "Ooh, there's a lay down just off the bank," and I didn't know. So you're
Right.
gonna chuck over to it. It makes you so much more of an efficient angler. It's you almost have to have it nowadays to feel like you are not at a competitive disadvantage.
All right, John, here at the basscast.com, we've been doing fantasy fishing for the last 4 or 5 years. This year, you're in Group B, and you're picked. You are a lot of us have got you picked. A lot of Bassmaster people that cover the fantasy fishing side have you picked.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling, man?
I feel good. I'm not gonna let you down. I want to.
That's what my people want to hear, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you down. I'm gonna go out there and give them all. That's for damn sure. But the thing is, if I go out and kind of stay on top of what the fish are doing and don't get stuck in one thing and just be a little fluid, and I should be able to at least fish 3 days. Is kind of what I'm looking at it. If I get lucky, get a big bite or two, then you never know what could happen.
Do you think it's going to be one of those tournaments where a lot of tournaments are like this, but St. Johns River doesn't usually, it's going to be a day tournament where you're always practicing.
Yeah.
You're always practicing for the next day.
Well, in Florida, it's a lot of things are developing during the tournament, like the year that Clun won, that tournament came together during the tournament. Those fish were constantly moving up throughout the event, and the guys that kind of stayed with them. And I really didn't really, the whole pattern didn't really click for me until the fourth day of the tournament. And I had 30 pounds. So that was, it was kind of fortunate to be able to make it to the fourth day, to be able to kind of have it all come together. But this year, I think you're going to see some patterns be pretty consistent for 4 days. I think you're going to have some guys that once they if they dial it in the first day, it's not going to be something that runs away from them too much. There are some hit and miss type patterns and situations, but there will be some guys that, like they'll catch 13 pounds and then they'll catch 13 and a half and then they'll catch 13 again. And then they'll, I don't know, they might make the fourth day with 13 a day. I don't know, but you'll see guys be very consistent with their patterns because they're catching a good number of fish, and what they're doing is not going away.
I was reading earlier Doc Talk, and a lot of guys said the water temperature is staying pretty consistent, even though with all the rain. I know day 1 is supposed to be sunny, day 2 is going to be a cloudy, and then the final 3 days going to be some downpours. Lots of things are going to change. So it is going to be a roller coaster of an event.
The sun, the bass in Florida like the sun, period. And so the next 2 days can be good, but it's also going to be bluebird, no wind for the next 2 days, which is not always the greatest, but the sun overall is going to be good, I think, for getting fish in the mood, if you know what I'm saying. But it's not going to be warm enough to really move them and get them to go on. But it could be enough to reposition the fish a little bit and get them going. I think that you make it to the third day, the sun will have done its benefit, and I think the Saturday will be a decent fishing day, and then Sunday with that rain, I think certain patterns will hold true and be good, and then they'll start biting reaction baits again, like like chatter baits and spinner baits and lipless baits and stuff like that, that bite will come back into play.
All right, my final question for you. Thank you for coming on, by the way. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your time. Really appreciate your brother. Thank you for sponsoring the basscast.com, by the way. What do you think is going to take to win this bad boy? Because Bass Geeks got to pick his players here in a few minutes. Who he wants to be on his fantasy team.
And you know I love you, Cruz, but I can neither confirm nor deny I'm going to pick you right now. It's you know, I don't know what's going on.
Some people say it's good luck, and some people say it's bad luck to put their buddy on.
I know.
Fantasy fishing teams. It makes no difference to me if you do or don't. I'm gonna go out there and bust my ass to try to get the big bag, and so that's just the way it's gonna be. If it makes you feel good to put me on there, then cool, that's awesome. But no hard feelings if it's not. You gotta beat beat Brian over there. I mean, geez.
Yeah, I've got to at least beat him.
Of course.
That's all we're playing for over here.
I can't have him, giving me heck on the next podcast because he beat me. So
I understand this. I understand it very much so. I think that the winning total is going to be in the upper 70s. We might crack 80. It might crack 80, but I think it'll be around that mark.
Okay. All right, dude. Cruz, man, appreciate you coming on. Thank you for talking with us really quick. Get to bed, get ready for day number 1, 2022 Bassmasters season. It's going to be a hell of a year.
All right, man. Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me on, and y'all be good, and we'll talk to y'all soon.
Go get him, man. Good luck.
Good luck.
All right, Dan.
All right, guys, I really, really appreciate Mr. John Cruz coming on and talking with us before the St. Johns River 2022 Bassmasters season begins. I'm ready, man. I tell you one thing. It sucks I don't get off work till 4:00 because I want to miss part of the weigh-in. So,
man, I'm ready to do some fishing myself. Not only watch some good fishing, I'm ready to do some fishing. I got to go to Columbus this weekend. So anybody that's going to be in Columbus, Ohio, or in the area, come see me. I'll be in the K9 booth or just mingling. Come up, say hi. You can be on the channel. I always do a shout out video at all the expos I get to go do. So come say hi, and we'll talk fishing.
There you go. So let's talk about this real quick. Tonight's sponsor again, Third Eye Fishing. Hey guys, have you heard about Third Eye Fishing? One of the hottest, newest companies in bass fishing today. Since debuting their fish product in April of last year, Third Eye has released several innovative baits, including a finesse crawl designed specifically for the Neko rig, a swim bait with a one-of-a-kind sword tail, and many more. All Third Eye baits are custom designed and made right here in the USA. Check them out on social media at Third Eye Fishing and www.thirdeyefishing.com. And make sure you use the code BASSCAST15 for 15% off your first purchase. Try Third Eye baits, and you will see the difference. Guys, head on over. After the podcast is uploaded tomorrow, there'll be a link, their logo. You'll be able to click that link, guys, and check out all the great product they have to offer. And don't forget, BassCast15. All right. So we're going to continue on talking about Bassmaster 2022 and fantasy fishing. Guys, Bass Geek signed up for our fantasy fishing. If you have not signed up, we have 62 people playing right now. And if you haven't signed up yet, head on over right now, sign up. Geek figured it out, but he's a web tech. So you can figure it all out too. He's a geek like me. That's why he's called the Bass Geek.
That's right.
But he figured it out. You can too. Like I said, we got 62 people playing. But this won't play tomorrow, so nobody will be able to lock their picks in. So Bass Geek's going to make his picks right here for you guys on the show, live, not so live.
I've played some fantasy football.
Yep.
But I've never played fantasy fishing. So, for you guys that didn't get in there, too bad. You won't get to beat the geek.
There you go. We gotta have a challenge or something. Beat the geek.
We'll have to figure that out next year.
Yeah. Beat
How to
the
do
geek.
that.
So, guys.
All right. So,
here we go.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, guys, don't forget X Zone Lures, the title sponsor of our fantasy fishing. If Geek wins this weekend's event, he takes home 3 packs from X Zone Lures. Go ahead, Geek.
And I want them. I'm not playing for nothing.
Got that right. Add that
We'll
to
talk some smack.
Yeah, let's talk some smack.
I'm here to chew bubble gum and kick some bass, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
There you go. All right, group letter A. I mean, not number, group letter A.
Group A. All right, I'm gonna tell you kind of who I'm thinking here. Man, it's hard to go against, Hack, the Hack Attack.
Yes,
he's in Group A, but Hack's had some good days down there. Lee Levacy, believe it or not, now they're only giving him a 1.6 but down there, I could see a Texas boy pulling out.
Yes,
a big bag in the grass. Patrick Walters, there's another name. Who am I going to go with? Oh man, this first one is so tough. You know what?
You think the first one's tough? Wait till you get to the final. Holy crap!
I'm gonna pull a curve ball. You ready for this?
Yes, we're ready. Drum roll.
Seth Fighter.
Hey, that could
Seth
happen.
Fighter. There's number one.
There's number one, guys. All right.
Let's
hit the group B.
I love John. I love him. But my
Yes.
guy, Brian, I know he doesn't pick John. So I can't pick. I don't want to tie.
All right.
Me and Brian's got a $1 bet on who finishes higher. Big money. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
I love Buddy Gross.
Yeah, I do
He's
too.
a good friend. Let's see. Man, I just don't know how you go against Jacob Wozniak. I don't know how you do it.
That's actually a really good pick. Some of my research was, on Bassmaster guys, and looking back, and Jacob is picked.
Yes.
Number in the group B. So I picked Cruz, and Jacob is picked by another
and
Bassmaster writer.
You got guys like, my buddy Kyle Welcher. I'm sorry, Kyle. We're good friends. Gerald Swindell. If this was for Angler of the Year, I'd pick him. He's a great guy, but he don't win tournaments. That's kind of some of my thinking. Yeah. Brandon Card, a good friend of mine, but love Brandon. He likes to flip. He could smack me around after that pick.
And I don't think it ain't gonna be a flipping bite. So
that's true. Maybe you might get a little bit of flipping on the first
might be a little bit of flipping, but it ain't gonna be a whole lot.
And then all right. So Group C, you got Matt Airy. I like Matt Airy. Stetson Blaylock, a good one. Scott Canterbury. I mean, there's some good sticks in here. Gosh, man. Let's see. Carl Jacuzman. I don't know. I can't say his name right.
Jacuzman.
Scott Martin right there. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. I didn't know he was in that one.
Yes.
David Mullins, one of my boys from literally right down the road. Oh, man, this is a tough one. Okay, I've got it narrowed down. It's going to be hard. Do I pick Scott or do I go with John Cox? I mean,
yes. And John, definitely.
You know what? I'm going to go with fellow YouTuber Scott Martin. It is.
All right, fellow YouTuber Scott Martin. It is. All right, let's move on over to Group C,
Florida
guys.
B. All
And
right, let's
you
see.
think it got harder to begin and wait till you read some of these names. I mean, it gets a little tougher. It gets a lot tougher.
We got Micah Frazier there. Skylar
Yes.
Hamilton. He
Yes.
grew up literally. He was a neighbor of mine. He's from down in Dandridge now. Let's see. Ooh, Bill. There's Bill Owen. Oh.
And Bill Lowen likes the rivers.
Yeah.
We know that. He won his first ever event on a river. So,
Yep.
I mean.
You got.
And he likes the fast moving water. And he likes the Yetis.
Yeah.
And, but Florida's different. Florida's got this river right here. It's probably got, it doesn't have the Yetis, and it doesn't have the river he won on.
Yep.
It's got docks and nice houses and big boats.
Yeah. And you got a Florida boy.
You got
Prince
yes.
down there. Man, he's picked high, but you know what? I'm going Bill. Awesome Bill from wherever he's from.
All right.
Brookville.
It is.
Hey, it works. Awesome Bill from Brookville.
There you go. All right, Group D.
All right, here we go. No, that was D. This is E.
Oh, it's E. Okay.
Yeah, we ahead.
I picked Cliff Prince, by the way.
That's a good pick, man. Got Justin Atkins right off the first. Gary Klaus, Rick Clun. I mean, come on, man. What are they doing to this group?
Yes.
Oh, David Fritz. Let's see here. Jamie Hartman. I think this is the only group. Paul Mueller.
And Paul Mueller's had some good showings.
Yes. A Connecticut boy, too. Ain't that wild in Florida?
Yeah.
You got Bernie Schultz, who's, from Gainesville.
Yes.
And then there's, I'm not going to try and say his name, but he's from Orlando. Jesse Tucker. I don't know.
I'll tell you, I picked Jamie Hartman. I went out on a ledge. I mean, I really did when I picked Jamie. I mean, but
you know what?
He's consistent. And if you're looking back, that's about it.
He is. Got Mike Huff, another local guy. But I got to do it. Rick Clun all day.
Rick Clun it is.
Got to do Rick Clun, man. All
right. You guys heard it right here. Bass Geek made his picks. I hope you guys made your picks as well. You don't want to miss an event. Like I said, it's 3 packs of X Zone lures. It's going to cost me more to ship it what they cost you to buy it. Thank you, UPS.
I got to do my tiebreaker.
Go for it.
I'm going to say 91
Whoa.
pounds. 90. Whoa. I just feel like it's going to show up.
Whoa.
There we go.
I will tell you guys this real quick. We did do some, you guys heard John Cruz picked 78.
Mm-hmm.
I looked on Bass earlier. A lot of the anglers are picking between 80 to 85. So
I ain't scared.
He ain't scared, boys and girls. He is not scared at all. So there we go. All right. Geek made his first ever Bassmaster fantasy fishing picks right here with the basscast.com. Don't forget the overall winner for the entire season, guys, means you have to play every event almost, because we do have with any fantasy fishing, you're going to have, we paid 62 signed up. By the time it's all done, you're going to have maybe 50 that played the whole thing. But the overall winner, so you got a great chance. Even if you miss one, you still might have a great chance of being the overall winner. You're going to take home a $100 gift card from the basscast.com to the online tackle store of your choice.
Just go ahead and send that to P.O. Box.
There you go. So, the other day, Monday, and this is going to go up on Thursday, guys. We dropped Let's Talk Fantasy Fishing. You guys a lot of you guys have checked it out. I will let you guys know that we are uploading it to all the podcast networks. It's going to take a little while because it takes some time, but we hope by the 3rd episode, you'll be able to listen to it everywhere. Right now you can only listen to it. And by the way, Bass Geeks podcast as well is going to all the networks as well. So I started that ball rolling. So we're hoping by March, everybody will be able to listen to it on iTunes, on Google, Spreaker, on iHeartRadio, on your Alexa device, all those many places and more. But right now, head on over to outdoorobsessionsradio.com. Save it as your favorites. If you don't want to type it every time, just save it real quick. Bookmark us if people still do that. I think now on your phone, if you're like the one upstairs, she's got 500 windows open.
I still bookmark things.
I still do as well, because I can't do the. I will be honest, on my phone, I probably have 4 bookmarks open. One of them's Bassmaster, one of them's Basscast, one of them is Outdoor Obsessions Radio, because I'll be out and about. Hey, you got the schedule for the Basscast this week? Well, I build this website called basscast.com. It's all right there. But you'll message me instead. Still love you, brother, and I'll still send it to you. But you can go right there, and you can listen to it, and you can read it, and you can sign up, and you can pay and register as well. And that starts in March, by the way. A little plug there. But yeah, so let's talk fantasy fishing. Drop the first episode. Please go listen to it. Give me your feedback. I did start a Twitter page for it. Let's talk fantasy fishing.
Nice.
Because I wanted to play, and we also have our fantasy fishing Facebook page as well. It's a closed group because we only want people who are going to be talking fantasy fishing. And you know that you've signed up and you play, and that's what you want to do. I mean, you want to share your group and let's talk some BS. I mean, you know, say have a great time with this, take home some great prizes, and win some, you know, a gift certificate in the end. So the next episode would be, I hope, next Monday after the event ends. And we're gonna just try to get one angler on there as well, and just pick his brain for about 5 minutes. The whole podcast, my goal with the podcast, guys, is 15 minutes max.
There you go.
I don't want us to be this long podcast like Basscast Radio.
Mm-hmm.
And we want Basscast to be 30 to 45 minutes, because we're trying to get a lot of information there for you guys to learn. With fantasy fishing, we want to help you guys make better picks. And, you know, and I want you guys on as well. If Bass Geek ends up winning this thing, guess what? I want to hit Bass Geek up and say, hey, let's talk about this. Could happen. But we want to pick your brain too, and understand why you made the picks that you made. You know, you're moving on to a different event. It ain't like you're going to be making the same picks for every lake.
That's right.
I mean, you know, this ain't like, you know, I won an event on Smith Mountain Lake of the 50 times I fished there this year, so I don't want to tell about my honey hole, even though I got it bookmarked, okay? And the other 50 people do too. You just got there first. So we're going to get you guys on, and we're going to talk about why you made your picks and have you on and highlight you guys. And that's, you know, that's what this whole thing is about. It's promoting you, the angler, as well as people that, you know, love to play fantasy fishing, love go fishing. And 62 people of you guys have signed up. So thank you. And it might be more during the middle of the night. So thank you guys all. And we really appreciate you for being a part of us.
We do.
And Bass Geek. So I've rambled enough for me tonight. Bass Geek dropped another video. I posted it today on the Alabama rig.
On the A-rig. If you're not throwing an A-rig right now,
yes,
you might be catching fish, but you're not catching big ones. It's A-rig season, whether you like it, whether you don't. You know, like I said, go watch that video. You'll see the size of fish I catch in it. It catches bigs this time of year.
I did check your page, your YouTube channel out, by the way, guys. 47,000 followers, I think is what you're up to.
Yep. 46,743. We are growing about 30 to 40 subscribers a day. So get out there, hit that sub button, and ring that bell so you get the notifications when the videos come out. You can watch them. A lot of details. That video about the Alabama rig is a very detail-oriented video.
Awesome. So guys, make sure you head on over, check out his channel. Check him out on Instagram. Don't forget TikTok, guys, because his TikTok channel is busting up.
We're growing at about 100 followers a day right now.
That TikTok channel is on fire.
Yep. And we put out quick tips and stuff like that on the TikTok and the shorts and the reels, you know, so be sure you check it out. We give out tips that kind of go along with the videos, the long play videos that we're putting out.
There you guys go. Head on over and follow him today. Bass and Brian 73 is me. If you want to follow me on Instagram or Facebook, that is my fishing page. Please head on over and follow me as well. Appreciate everyone's followed me there so far. But hope you guys all had a great night. Something different.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool show. Last two shows have been really different, to be honest.
Yep.
So something really, really different. Welcome you guys all to, Let's Talk Fantasy Fishing. Next week, man, we hope to have either the winner or the runner-up on Bass Cast Radio right here and talk to them about the St. Johns River, all the mistakes, all the decisions, and all the glory and what he did to win it all. Whoever this lucky angler is, because it's going to be tough. Everybody said it's tough. Even last year's winner, Brian knew. Tough. We'll see. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you all for watching. We'll be talking to you next week.